Hey y'all, and welcome back to Cajun Country Living. As you see, we got our table saw out, so we're gonna do a little bit of ripping some boards this afternoon and go ahead and get a jump start, so tomorrow whenever we get our lumber, we'll be ready to go.
Okay, so swing and a miss number one. I didn't set the saw blade high enough to cut the boards, so I'm gonna have to pull it back out, reset the depth a little bit higher, and then we're gonna try this one more time.
Well, that's a start, but how many do you think we're gonna end up needing?
Oh, I'm not real sure. We'll just have to measure and see. The reason we're cutting this plywood is because we're building our own beams. Beams is going to support loads on various different locations in this building, and if you go and buy these laminate beams, they're extremely expensive, and we're not doing that. We're going to build our own. So stay tuned. We'll throw these things together.
All right, well, we got all that done, so we're ready for tomorrow.
I'm pretty excited about it though, because using a table saw is my least favorite thing on the planet, and I'm pretty sure that we're done with the table sawing, at least for this week. So that's a win for me.
I know it's like anywhere that you stand around a table saw, you're gonna get covered in sawdust. Because I was thinking, man, I think I got the bad end of the deal being on that side. But I was looking at you and you were getting some too. Y'all, they will play like this and then they'll go pile up and lay up together right after. You helping Dada this morning? Huh?
Well, we got a load of lumber in yesterday, but it has rained almost the whole time since we've had it here, and it rained all night. So the first thing that I have to do before we get started this morning is start laying out to build these beams and get them installed. I gotta get all the water off of this slab. Gus, drink as much as you want.
So these are all the tools that we're gonna need today to build our beams. Here's the most important one.
We're gonna build these beams inside the house. Most of the stuff that you've seen us do has been outside the house just because it's just that much less sawdust to clean up, and these beams are gonna be way too heavy to be packing in and out of here all the time. So we're gonna build them as close as we can to being in place, and that way we can just somehow put it on top of the walls. Stay tuned. Question mark?
So right now we're just trying to figure out how long we actually need to make these beams, right?
Yeah. The one that I would like to build first, I can't build it right now because it's going to tie into another one. So
This is the one that he wants to build first. This long one right here. But like he said, we have to build one that goes.
it's going to have one this way to tie into, so the end's not floating. It's it's a little bit complicated because we want the look of this floating part of the ceiling tying into our cathedral, but at the same time we have to do certain things in a certain order. And being as we really don't know what to do in a certain order, we're kind of figuring it out as we go. Here we are.
Okay, so y'all always hear our chickens. I think that they're getting a little bit of a big head now, because now they really think that they're helpers. Check them out. How many chickens does it take to unload this trailer? Just in case y'all are wondering, this is very slippery. Very, very slippery. This beam needs to be 25 foot and 1 inch. So we went ahead and did one that was 16 foot, and then that way the rest of it would be 9 foot and 1 inch, and then we offset the other seam at the 20 foot mark. That way we don't have any weak points in our beam. Have you ever considered doing that for a career? Because you look really great doing it.
Lucky for me, I found a right-handed broom. I'm right-handed. I can't do anything with my left hand but wave. So, right-handed broom. Look, angled for maximum ergonomic comfort.
So we went ahead and did the same thing with the plywood. We offset everywhere that we had to cut it.
So what you doing?
I am just getting our liquid nails ready with my trusty knife that was Papa's, Grandpa's, who forged it into fire in the 1870s.
Whatever.
Got it from their nephew during the Civil War.
Third cousin twice removed.
Exactly.
It was a rainy day. I remember it like it was yesterday.
That's what I'm talking
Cannons was fired.
You can tell the things that this knife has seen.
The only thing that
Now
knife,
this poor thing is here cutting plastic off the tip of some liquid nails.
the only thing that knife's seen's a pocket.
Hey! It's great execution.
Perfect.
Is that a heart?
It was gonna be. Wait, here. There you go. Now it's a peach.
Oh, that's just what everybody was thinking. It's a peach. We went ahead and went through with some screws to hold it all together and keep it tight and in place, so whenever we go to nail it, it'll be already set where we want it to, and it'll be even stronger. So that's why we chose to do the screws first. Now with the beam done, the next thing we will do is put our clips up to hold them. So y'all have seen where our false ceiling is going to come out in the living room, but we're actually going to have one coming out from the front of the house too, in the illusion to kind of separate the kitchen to the living room but still have an open floor plan.
So I've seen a lot of people put these beams in place and toenail them and all that kind of good stuff, but I'm just not that comfortable with that. So we went ahead and bought these metal strap clips to set this beam in. That way we can put a bunch of screws in it, and I feel way better about that.
Up. So this is just a beam that we put right in the middle, that way it doesn't sag while we're still working on getting the ceiling joist done and the roof put on. Alrighty, so both these beams are up and we're on our last one, which is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, so save the easier one for last. You happy with the way it's turning out?
Yeah, I just wish it'd have been, I don't know, 1,000 pounds lighter. That'd be cute. Okay, so honest opinion, y'all leave down in the comments who you think does a better job putting on this liquid nails. I personally think I got it in the bag. I mean, just by looking. But we'll see. What you writing there, dear?
My name and yours.
Yeah.
Jim's putting in some finishing touches up there. So we're gonna call it a day. Pretty productive day putting all these beams in. Doesn't seem like a lot of work, but whenever those suckers are a few 100 pounds, it'll make your day a lot shorter than you anticipated, huh?
That's